In the days when Israel had no king and every man did what was right in his own eyes, famine swept across the land. The skies refused rain, and the soil turned to stone. Hunger stalked every doorstep. Bethlehem, the house of bread, was empty. Elimelech, a man of Judah, could wait no longer. He took his wife Naomi and their 2 sons and fled eastward into the land of Moab. To flee to Moab was not only disparate with spiritual treason. Moab, born from Lot's shameful union with his daughter. Moab, whose god Chemosh demanded infant sacrifices. Moab, whose people had mocked Israel and denied them food in their time of need. Yet Elimelech went, and soon after, he died. Naomi was left a widow in a foreign land. Her sons, Mahlon and Chilion, took Moabite wives Ruth and Orpah. Their names foretold tragedy. Mahlon means sickness. Chilion means wasting away. Within 10 years, both were dead. 3 women, 3 widows. No heir, no protection, no future. Naomi, broken and bitter, heard that the Lord had visited Bethlehem with bread again. She gathered her things to return. Before she left, she turned to her daughters-in-law and said, "Go back to your homes, your mothers, your gods. Even if I bore sons today, would you wait for them to grow? No, my daughters, I have nothing left to give you." Orpah wept, kissed Naomi, and returned to Moab. But Ruth clung to her, and she said words that echoed into eternity. "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God. May the Lord deal with me, ever so severely, if anything but death separates us." A Moabite woman of foreign, are pledging her life to an old widow and to a God who had taken everything from her. This was no romance. This was no tradition. This was covenant. Ruth chose loyalty over survival, faith over fear. The road back to Bethlehem was long and harsh. 60 miles of rocky terrain. 2 widows, alone, walking through dangerous lands. They arrived with nothing. No food, no land, only grief. The women of Bethlehem gasped, "Can this be Naomi?" "Don't call me Naomi," she replied. "Call me Moabite. Earnest for the Almighty has dealt bitterly with me." Ruth, however, Ruth was not empty. She had a fire in her soul. She was mocked for her accent, called names for being a Moabite, but she endured, for Naomi's sake. To survive, Ruth went to glean to pick up grain left behind by harvesters. It was the law, but it was dangerous. Foreign women gleaning alone were vulnerable targets of mockery, abuse, even assault. Still, Ruth rose before dawn. She worked until dusk. Her hands bled from the sharp stalks. Her back ached from hours spent in the fields. And one day, she found herself in the fields of Boaz, a man of wealth, honor, and kinship to Elimelech. Boaz saw her. "Whose young woman is this?" he asked. "The Moabite who returned with Naomi," the foreman replied. "She's worked without resting since morning." Boaz walked to her and said, "Don't go to another field. Stay with my servants. I've told the young men not to touch you. When you're thirsty, drink from our jars." Ruth bowed low. "Why show kindness to a foreigner? I've heard what you've done for Naomi," Boaz replied. "May the Lord reward you." That night, Ruth returned with bundles of grain. Naomi's eyes lit up. "Where did you she asked. "In the field of Boaz," Ruth answered. Naomi smiled. "He is one of our Then came the plan. At the end of harvest, Naomi told Ruth, "Wash yourself, anoint yourself, put on your cloak, and go to the threshing floor. When Boaz lies down, uncover his feet and lie there. He will tell you what to do." It was risky, bold, dangerous. But Ruth obeyed. That night, after Boaz had eaten and drunk, he lay at the threshing floor. Ruth crept in silently. She uncovered his feet and lay beside him. At midnight, Boaz stirred. "Who are you?" he asked. "I am Ruth," she whispered. "Spread your cloak over me, for you are a redeemer." It was a marriage proposal, a plea for redemption. Boaz was moved. "You have shown great kindness. Fear not. I will redeem you. But there is another relative closer than I. If he will not redeem, I will." The next day, Boaz went to the city gate. In the presence of elders, he confronted the nearer redeemer. "Will you redeem Elimelech's land?" Boaz asked. The man agreed until Boaz added, "You must also marry Ruth the Moabite." The man hesitated. "I cannot," he said. "It would endanger my inheritance." Boaz declared, "Then I will redeem it. I will take Ruth as my wife." And so he did. Ruth bore a son Obed. The women of Bethlehem rejoiced. Blessed be the Lord who has not left Naomi without a redeemer. May his name be renowned in Israel. Ruth, who loves you, who is better than 7 sons, has borne him. Obed became the father of Jesse. Jesse, the father of David the king. And generations later, through Ruth's line, came another child born in Bethlehem, one who would wear not a crown of gold, but of thorns. Jesus, the Christ. Ruth's story is not gentle, it is hard, gritty, brave. The tale of a foreign widow who chose sacrifice over security, faith over fear, and loyalty over logic, not because of status, but because of her heart. She became the great-grandmother of a king. Her legacy is proof that even the most broken stories can be woven into something divine. Loved this story? Hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more inspiring biblical tales. Drop a comment and share your thoughts below. The Lightweaver Stories. Tales woven from the threads of eternity.